Sarah and Mark seemed perfect. They smiled in public. They posted happy pictures. But what the world didn't see was a house filled with silence, arguments, and walls that got thicker every day. Mark worked late. Sarah stayed home. She felt invisible, forgotten, replaced.
You come home late every night. You barely even look at me.
I'm working, Sarah. For us. You think I like being gone?
You're already gone, Mark.
They fought, not over one thing, but over everything. Trust, space, love. The little things that once connected them now tore them apart. Sarah felt herself unraveling. She cried alone. She screamed into pillows. But Mark didn't notice, or maybe he did and didn't care.
What do you want from me?
I want you to see me, to hear me, to love me again.
Then stop acting crazy.
That was it, the breaking point. The words hit like a blade, and moments later, she picked one up.
Did you see anybody else in the house? What if they're here? But you didn't actually see anybody?
The room turned red. The shouting stopped. There was no scream, no final goodbye, just silence, cold, and blood. She stood over him, shaking. 1,000 memories ran through her mind. Their first date, their wedding, their laughs, gone. And then she cleaned the knife, the floor, herself. She rehearsed her story. And as the clock ticked, she posted a Snapchat, a moment of normal. But in that moment, she sealed her fate.
He was like that. You turned on the light and you saw him. Hey, listen. Right here, okay? So I'm here for you. Could the thing that you thought fell possibly been a gunshot? Okay, Karina, you just sit up. Karina, I need you to sit up, okay? So we gotta figure out what happened. Okay?
In the interrogation room, Sarah sat still, hands clenched, eyes low. Silence can be a weapon, but this silence was different. It was fear disguised as calm. The detectives weren't guessing. They knew.
You know, Sarah, we saw the video. Just a few seconds. But it was enough.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The scar on your hand, it shows up in the frame. Same night, same outfit, same timestamp. You slipped, and that slip, it broke the case.
Her breath caught. The walls of control she had built around herself began to crack. There was no more pretending, no more hiding. This wasn't just about murder anymore. It was about a woman slowly falling apart from the inside out. Years of silence, of screaming on the inside, of love turned into poison, all leading to one night, one mistake that cost everything.
I looked at the first before I went to the kitchen and it looked like he was sleeping. I told him so
After hours of pressure, she broke. Tears slid down her face like confessions. She wasn't fighting anymore. She was surrendering.
I didn't mean to. I swear, I wanted him to feel what I felt, like I wasn't real, like I'd been dead inside for a long time.
It was over. Not just the lie, not just the case, but Sarah, the version of her that had been holding on. The trial came. The media swarmed. Snapchat confession, the headline screamed, but behind the clickbait was a broken woman no one ever really saw. Sarah stood alone, stripped of lies, no longer hiding, no longer begging. The prosecution painted her as a monster, cold, calculated, dangerous, but the defense told another story.
She knew what she was doing. She tried to cover it up. She filmed herself after the fact. This wasn't rage, it was choice.
She was drowning long before that night. Years of emotional neglect, emotional erosion. This wasn't evil, it was pain.
Jury deliberated for hours. No one moved, no one spoke. And then, the verdict.
Danker. Houston Danker. Houston Danker killed Ryan Cooper. Houston Danker shot Ryan Cooper in the face. Houston Danker solicited Karina. Houston Danker manipulated Karina. Houston Danker lured Karina. Houston Danker had Karina living in a dream world. Houston Danker killed Ryan Cooper. Karina Cooper was in a dream world, and then it became real, and then she was in too deep. She did not want her husband dead. She did not want his life insurance.
We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of second-degree murder.
And that was what the jury found after 3.5 hours of deliberation.
For form of verdict 2, we, the jury, find the defendant, Karina Cooper, guilty of the offense of murder in the first degree, dated this 11th day of July, 2025. And juror number 1, is that the jury's verdict?
Karina Cooper was found guilty of first-degree murder, which carries with it a mandatory sentence of life without parole.
Sarah didn't cry. She didn't scream. She just closed her eyes and exhaled, like she'd been waiting for it all along, like truth had finally come home. Justice isn't always about revenge. It isn't always about peace. Sometimes it comes late. Sometimes it comes broken. But it comes. This was Sarah's story. Not a monster, not a victim, just human. And maybe that's what makes crime so terrifying, that sometimes monsters look just like us.